What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick, and today I'm going to let y'all know my top 5 guys to watch out for in training camp. Obviously, we already have 2 full days in of fans in the stands for training camp, with a few more to go. So these are the guys that I want you to keep an eye out for. Tomorrow, Jacob's going to be dropping his top 5 guys to keep an eye out for. Also, keep an eye out for later today, Jacob's going to be dropping his day 6 reaction video to training camp. And if you haven't checked out my video yesterday on day 5, go check that out as well. Guys, also don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends, and comment what you think in the comments below. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be releasing a merch line. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. All right, so a minute into this, let me get to my top 5. Number 5 is Garrett Nelson. Now, he's an undrafted rookie free agent from, I believe, Nebraska. And I talked about this dude. I did a video on him when we first signed him. I was not a fan. I said he's going to be cut. He's not that good. Man, I like being wrong. This dude was all over the place today in practice. Unlimited motor. Unlimited. I think it was A-Chain broke through and he started running towards the end zone like you're supposed to do in training camp. And he was running, chasing him down. For a second, I thought he was going to knock him down. And I'm like, oh, we going to have a little scuffle over here. But nah, he just chased him down to show like, hey, I'm here. I'm here and I'm working. And that's what you need to do. That's what stood out to me. That's what made him go to number 5 on my list. Knocking off a couple different other guys that were there for me, but just his unlimited motor. He's everywhere on the field. He's side to side, north and south, just everywhere on the field. Now, necessarily maybe the talent isn't all there, but he definitely has the work ethic, definitely has the motor. Is pretty damn fast too. Yeah, so that's why he's number 5 on my list to keep an eye out for. I think he just went from a cut candidate to, maybe he's on the bubble to making this roster. The other one, the most money guaranteed to an undrafted free agent, Aubry Miller. He's my number 4 to keep an eye out for. Aubry Miller, you guys absolutely love this dude. Coming out of Jackson State University, JSU, just you guys absolutely love him. And I can see why. Now, he's definitely a guy, we didn't see him too much in practice, and he's not someone that you're going to necessarily see too much of, but the man is in the dirt. And when I say that, he's always in the middle of a tackle. Whenever there's a big, he's right in the center of it. He's making first contact. He's right there all the time, and it's just great to see him just coming into his own in the NFL. Now, y'all called it. I wasn't too sure because I haven't seen him play too much at Jackson State, but watching him on this Dolphins team so far in training camp, keep an eye out for that man. The next one I got, left tackle. We all know Teron Armstead's our left tackle. This guy is probably going to be filling in some games for him when Teron Armstead eventually misses some games. He's never played a full season in his career. I don't expect him to start now. But Kendall Lamb is the guy, and he's done very, very well, and I can see why the Dolphins held him in high regard so far this training camp. I mean, they signed him late last year. He filled in for one game for Teron Armstead, did very well in that game, then got injured in practice the next week and missed the rest of the season. But Kendall Lamb, man, he held up pretty good at left tackle. He did a very good job against some big-time guys, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips. Obviously, those guys got in the backfield plenty and often, but, maybe just giving him a second more to get there, that's fine by me. Giving your quarterback an extra second is like giving him an extra lifeline. And Kendall Lamb, as far as the tackles were going, he was probably my most well-performed tackle. I don't know how to word that. He's definitely been the best so far in camp as a tackle, regardless of left or right side. Isaiah Wynn, obviously, first coming back today to training camp. Austin Jackson's been there, but he's kind of been a little bit of a turnstile in my opinion. But there's that. And then number 2 on my list is Braylon Sanders. Now, a lot of y'all, like, you're talking about, okay, yeah, we have Tyreek, yeah, we have Waddle, yeah, we have Braxton Berrios, and we have Easy E. And Easy E is going at it with Braxton Berrios and Chosen for the number 3 spot. And Cedric Wilson. But let me tell y'all, this guy, if we carry 6 receivers on the roster, which we typically do, he is a guy that I expect to make it. Now, he was a practice squad last year, and he was called up for a couple games. And we all know that he had that famous fumble that just turned the momentum in one of the games. I can't even remember what game it is. I just remember him fumbling the ball and just absolutely gut-wrenching for the team. But yeah, it was him so far in camp. He's been getting separation. He has good hands, and he can high point the ball. Now, one thing I've always been saying, especially since Gesicki left this team and since the Parker left this team, we need a guy that's big, tall, nice soft hands, so he can go up and grab the ball, make a 50-50 ball, a 70-30 ball, and I think this is our guy. Now, necessarily, he's not the biggest guy on the field. He's not the smallest either. He's plenty fast, great route runner for what he is. Great route runner for a 4, 5, 6 receiver. I'm not talking about, he's top 10 route runner. He's a good route runner. But that guy, I think he can be who we want him to be. He's the bigger receiver. If we need a 50-50 ball, if we need to just chuck it up sometimes, which occasionally we do. Occasionally we need just a guy that can go up and high point the ball over everybody else on the field. We saw that we needed Gesicki for that in the Ravens game. We needed Gesicki for that a couple different times. We needed Devontae Parker for that a couple different times. And so I can see a use for him. Not necessarily like an every down use, but I can definitely see a usage for him in this offense. And I think he's a good receiver to keep an eye out for making the roster, especially over River Craycraft and other receivers that we have on there. My last guy, without further ado, he was actually one of my favorite undrafted free agents that we signed, Brandon Pili. I forgot exactly where he went to college, but I remember when I was doing his video, I'm like, this guy should have been drafted. Why wasn't he drafted? He was supposed to go in like the 5th or 6th round, and he ended up going undrafted, and we signed him, and he's been a wrecking ball in camp. If you watched my video yesterday, he made the biggest contact of the day yesterday, first day of pads, just absolutely leveling Savon Ahmed and in the backfield. And he's been doing that this entire time. And now, given we've had success finding, undrafted DBs with Nick Needham, Kader Kohu. As far as defensive tackles go, we've had, pretty good rotational guys that can go in there. Zach Sealer being one of the later round picks that, ended up being really, really good for us. Brandon Pili, undrafted free agent, he might just be a key piece to this defense. Just an absolute wrecking ball. Can get in there, run stuff, and just don't count him out in the pass rush either. Now, he's not necessarily getting there, but he's creating opportunities for other guys. So that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but that is the kind of guy that you want on your team. So yeah, guys, that's my top 5 guys to keep an eye out for. Make sure, once again, you like, subscribe, share this with all your friends, and comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what guys I should keep an eye out for in the comments below. Thank you guys, and deuces.